Welcome back. I'm Pratap here. In this video, let us generate weekly reports for the week opened on 19th February 2024 and closed on 23rd February 2024. Before we generate these reports, a small announcement please. If this is your first visit to our channel, please understand we are providing complete free training on supply demand zone price action. And I have provided the link to this playlist in this YouTube video description. You click on the link, you will get into this YouTube page. Then scroll down to the bottom of the page. And here, starting from lesson 1.1, all the training lessons are available in an order. So please go through all these lessons one by one and strengthen our skills related to supply demand zone price action. I have also provided a link to our Telegram channel in this YouTube video description. Please join in the Telegram channel. It will be helpful to you. Each time when we release a video, we will update in the Telegram channel. Now let us get into report generation with the help of NeoStock software, the strategy builder, supply demand zone top-down analysis strategy builder. And the entry time frame is weekly. Let us find the stocks near weekly demand zone. These 6 stocks are filtered. I'll be giving you only few seconds time and then I will move on to the next report. And what you need to do, if you want to study any of these stocks, just pause the video. Study all the parameters. Whatever the columns are there, in all the columns, whatever the values are there, everything you study. And then you proceed with the video. So let me go back. For weekly time frame, let us find the stocks near weekly supply zone. So these 3 stocks are near to the weekly supply zone. So let me go back. For weekly time frame, let us find the stocks where price closed in weekly demand zone, inside the weekly demand zone. So this is the filtered list. Let me scroll down. So total 23 stocks are filtered. That means the price closed inside these weekly demand zones. So let me go back. For weekly time frame, let us find the stocks where price closed inside weekly supply zone. So this is the filtered list. So these are the 23 supply zones where price closed inside weekly supply zone. So let me go back. For weekly time frame, let us find the stocks where the demand zones are tested during this week. The tested demand zones, weekly demand zones during this week. So these 3 demand zones are tested, weekly demand zones are tested during this week. So let me go back. For weekly time frame, let us find the tested weekly supply zones. So these 11 stocks are filtered. So let me go back. For weekly time frame, let us find the stocks having newly created weekly demand zones. These 8 stocks are having newly created weekly demand zones. So let me go back. For weekly time frame, let us find the stocks that are having newly created weekly supply zones during this week. So no weekly supply zones are created during this week. This is about the filtered list. Now what I will do, I will also try to generate, because most of you might have completed the training lesson, zone confluence. I'm sorry, EMA confluence. Sorry for my mistake. EMA confluence, the most recent lessons. So let us filter any zones are having EMA confluence, weekly demand zones. So for weekly time frame, I'm selecting the entry time frame as a weekly. And here we have a parameter called EMA confluence. So I'm going to the weekly time frame. And here let us filter the demand zones having a weekly EMA confluence. Demand zone WEMAC means weekly EMA confluence. Please remember, these are the demand zones having weekly EMA confluence. But when EMA confluence is makes some sense only in the trending market. So that's why I'm selecting a weekly trend. Weekly trend should be up, and then EMA confluence is there, then only it makes sense for the demand zone. So that is the reason why in trend zone violation for weekly time frame, I am selecting uptrend. That means you can use these zones as a HTF zone or ITF zones, these filtered stocks. No stocks are there. No stocks having uptrend and EMA confluence. Now what I do, we will check the supply zone with weekly EMA confluence, supply zone with weekly EMA confluence. But the trend should be downtrend, then only it makes sense. So that's why in the trend, in weekly time frame, I am selecting down. Here also we didn't find any stocks. That means price over extension completed with uptrend or downtrend. Also we need to look for but you may not be finding the zone, but you need to look for the lower time frame in case if the zones are not there. How to find price over extension is completed or not? So you need to select the weekly time frame. In uptrend, we have two kinds of price over extensions. We are not looking for price over extended stocks. We are looking for price over extension completed during uptrend and downtrend. That's why zone violation trend, I am selecting weekly trend as uptrend. And during uptrend, how many stocks price over extension is completed? Let us look into that. So we have a parameter called price over extended. In weekly, there is no POE. That means no price over extension. That means price over extension is completed. Uptrend completed means you can focus on these stocks. Definitely you may find trades on the weekly zone or you may find a trade. If there is no weekly zone, you need to look for lower time frame zones like daily zones or 75-minute zones near to that price over completion. That means these stocks probably reached the EMA, but at the time there may not be zones. Sometimes there might be zones also. So all these stocks currently completed the price over extension, but they are all uptrend. Which trend? Weekly trend. For all these stocks, see the weekly trend should be up. Maybe see we are referencing weekly as a LTF and doing that, but actually you can use this weekly as a HTF zone or a ITF zone, and below that zone you can look for the trades. That way this report will be helpful to you. Probably I need to show you some examples in the coming days how to make use of these reports effectively. Then probably you will get clarity. At present, I didn't have time. So what I can do, maybe let me try one stock just to tell you how to make use of these reports. So I'm going to weekly time frame. Let me take one stock, price over extension completed. Let me take Nifty Bank itself. Many people might be trading in Nifty Bank Nifty, so it might be useful. So I'm opening Nifty Bank, that is Bank Nifty. In equity segment, I'm opening. So here, price over extension is already completed here. Now there is no price over extension for this stock. It's completed currently. Generally, when price over extension completes, what happens in the uptrend? We get long opportunities. See here, during the price over completion, already it entered into this zone. Probably last week, if we would have executed, we would have got a trade in this zone because price over extension is completed here, and then again gave an entry, first entry and second entry, and see the rejections. So strong order flow is there in this zone. These are all lower time frame zones, not weekly zones. So what is the weekly zone here? We have 31, 2023 is the leg in. So where is 31? Sorry, 3010, not 31, 3010. So here we have a 3010. This is the leg in, leg candle. And next we have 3 base candles and a rally candle. Is that the case? Yes, we have 3 base candles. And 2811 we have a leg out. So this is 2811, 2023. So let us draw a weekly zone here. So let me change the color to weekly demand zone. See here, exactly. Let me delete time being. I will undo. See here, prices entered into this weekly zone. When the price earlier there was a price over extension, and prices came down, and finally further came down, and by the time it reaches the weekly zone, the price over extension already completed here. Below there is a weekly zone is there. It took a support, and from here prices are started moving up. Just imagine in this zone you would have taken an entry at 44,000. At 44,400 close to, we can say. Around 44,400. Nifty gave an entry. And this week it reached up to 47,300. Even further went up, it went. 47,354. The high of this candle is 47,363. So almost very close to 3,000 points gain in Bank Nifty during the last 4 weeks period. If you compare last 4 weeks, nearly 3,000 points gain in Bank Nifty. When we got this opportunity after the price over extension is completed and the zone below prices entered, and here we have a weekly zone. In this weekly zone it took the support, and then started moving up. This is the way the price overextension concepts will be helpful to us. First, there should be a price. Let me tell you the rules. Rule number 1, there should be a price overextension. Rule number 2, on this time frame, weekly time frame, the trend should be uptrend. On weekly time frame, uptrend. Next, rule number 3, the price overextension should complete, but still trend should be uptrend. Trend should not change. There are no demand zones violated here. So trend is still uptrend. So the immediately available demand zone, it gets the support. Many times. It may go up to that. Sometimes at this weekly EMA itself, at lower time frame, some demand zone will be there, which could be very strong demand zone. It may push the prices up from here itself. If that is not the case, if there are any lower time frame demand zones are there, they will be further violated and prices further come down to the nearest demand zone on this time frame. See here, this is the example. It took the support and then started moving up. If anybody would have asked why Nifty got support here and started moving up, you have to tell all these reasons. You should not say there is a demand zone, that's why it is moving up. You should not say that. There is a demand zone, that's why it is moving, is only one point. The other strong points are, earlier there is a price over extension, and now price over extension is completed and prices reached till the nearest weekly demand zone after weekly price over extension is completed. And third point you should tell, currently it is uptrend. Why always we are looking for uptrend? Because moving averages concept is a trending indicator. It is a trend indicator. It works either in uptrend or it works either in downtrend, but it doesn't work in sideways. Sideways also prices reach near moving averages. It will be moving around that area. So that is the reason why sideways market we don't look for moving average related concepts. This is Bank Nifty. Okay, this is already completed, but there is no extension. That's why it is filtered. But sometimes what we want exactly like this, stocks like this. To find such kind of stocks, this report will be helpful to you. Now let me show you another stock from this list. Any good stock is there? Popular company. Yeah, Infi is there. So let me open Infosys. Let us open the Infosys chart. Trend is uptrend. Why it has shown is currently the price over, earlier there is a price over extension is not enough. Now that means Infi will be coming down now. Price over extension is not completely done. But there is no enough price over extension to consider. Whatever the gap is there, our software is considering it is not enough distance to consider the price over extension. It has some rules inside. A minimum distance should be there to consider a price over extension. So currently the distance is less than what the software is expecting. Maybe you may say still price over extension is there. Yes, according to us it is there, but software point of view, probably the price over extension is on the way to completion. That's why it is not considering this. There is enough price over extension to identify this is having a price over extension. Now what will happen? Probably this will be coming down. That is one option. That way price over extension complete. What is the next option? Say for the next 3-4 weeks also probably the candles will be moving in a narrow range. If that is the case, this moving average, weekly moving average is going up and price over extension will complete. Then prices will start moving up. Recently I have seen a stock called Reliance. Let me show you. but that is on daily time frame. Just to tell you how price overextension is almost completed in Reliance. Weekly there is a price overextension is there. I'm talking about daily. Let me go to the daily chart. See here, price overextension is almost ending here. It's very close. That means currently there is no price overextension. Almost completed, almost. But earlier, see, there is a price overextension. Now prices didn't fell down. Prices were moving in a narrow range. See, Reliance almost how many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Almost for the last 3 weeks, Reliance price is moving in a narrow range within this. Let me draw the horizontal lines, you will understand. See, between these lines only it is moving. Maybe inside this line or maybe overlapped with this. Or if still some more price over extension need to be completed, some more weeks, Reliance will be moving. Or this is enough. If market feels, I'm telling you from the market point of view. Already price over extension is complete. I would not say completed, it is minimized. The minimized also indicates a completion. It need not exactly touch this zone. Some few points above that, market feel price over extension is complete and then Reliance will be started moving up. Let us assume if the Reliance price over extension is completed, probably you will be seeing a rally from here. Is it good enough to consider price over extension is completed? Yes. If the minimum distance is not there, the minimum, see here, from here to here, the minimum distance. From here to here, the minimum distance. And if you draw a line or another horizontal line here, see here, in all these cases, price over extension is there. Now probably for the last few candles, price over extension is completed. It indicates price over extension is completed. Once it is completed, then it will be moving up. Immediately it will move, or maybe 2 more candles again it will be within this range, and then it will move. That we cannot confirm. But there is a day it will start moving up. The moment the distance is reduced, it need not be exactly up to the moving average point. Some minimum buffer also you can consider sometimes. But what is the important point? We should look for the opportunities in these areas. How exactly we need to plan our trades. That is what you have to plan. Exactly the same way you might have seen Nifty also probably will happen in Nifty, not Nifty, I mean INFI. The one we have seen earlier is INFI. Software considered, there is no enough price over extension here. Whatever the gap is there, software don't want to consider this gap as a qualified gap for price over extension, according to the software. Maybe you may feel maybe some more price near to this prices, the moving average should be, you may feel. But to consider there is a price over extension, this is not good enough. Price over extension is completed. But when it is going, Infosys is going to move up, probably some more candles it will move, and the market is expecting this demand zone might reach some more near to these candles. After that, it will start moving up. When exactly market is going to react, it is very difficult for us to tell. Especially when market is moving in a narrow range. Suppose, see here, there is a price over extension of prices not moving in a narrow range here. Prices are moving down, moving down. They came very close to the demand zone. Now they are started moving. Very close, or they may touch or they may close. But when market is moving in a narrow range, when prices will be started moving up, it is very hard to tell. At some distance, sometimes it will touch these candles and then prices will move. Sometimes may come close to the candles and then prices will move. when market is moving in a narrow range and price overextension completes. And second scenario, market will fall. There is a correction in the market will fall. Then it will reach very close to the EMA, then it will start moving up. At the time we can clearly tell, because when market comes very close to the EMA, if there is any demand zone, see here it came very close, there was a demand zone here in Infosys. See, the moment prices entered into the demand zone, and this demand zone is also having EMA confluence, generally what happens at the time price overextension completes, the demand zone will be always having a confluence. That is a natural, that is very natural. Because the price overextension comes only when price is near to the EMA value. In that area, if there is any demand zone, obviously EMA confluence will be there. So now started moving up. So when there is a correction, it is an opportunity for us. When market is moving in a narrow range and price overextension completes, then it is very difficult to say. Because when markets is moving in a narrow range, consolidation takes place, mostly there won't be any demand zones there. Even if demand zone is there, it is invalid because a lot of candles will be there, more than 6 candles. You can't call that as a qualified demand zone. But correction, price overextension completed with a correction. I already explained in our lesson 17, part 4, overextension, I clearly explained both the scenarios. One scenario, price overextension completes with a correction. Another scenario, price overextension completes with a narrow movement. Narrow movement, it's hard to find the trading opportunities. But with the correction, if prices are coming to the EMA line, then we will get a trading opportunity if there is a zone, demand zone. If you don't find, we will go to the lower time frame and you will draw a demand zone near to this EMA line. That means a lower time frame demand zone is having higher time frame EMA confluence. That is acceptable. This is one scenario in fee. Let us see some more examples, because all these examples will be helpful to you to understand this concept better way and find good trades. Okay, such kind of zones, what you do, you go to the lower time frame, fine tune properly, and then you will plan your trades. And you will be using this weekly zone will be as a either HTF zone or ITF zone. Either way you can consider. Because the trend is up, obviously if you consider this as ITF, this zone is as an ITF, your trend is supported and also EMA confluence is also there. And within this area you may find a lower time frame zone. That means zone confluence concept also applied here. See, all the factors will be in your favor if you consider this zone as a either ITF zone or HTF zone. But you cannot consider this as a lower time frame zone. I clearly told you in the strategy, the EMA confluence strategy, whenever there is a EMA confluence, you have to use that zone as a HTF zone. HTF means either it could be higher time frame zone or it could be intermediate time frame. Either one you can consider. That is all depending on your strategy, trading strategy, how you want to define your income trade. But one advantage if you use this zone as a ITF zone, if you consider, one advantage is your trend is a uptrend, you can plan a bullish trade setup, trade. Any other stocks, probably you might be having some interest, any famous companies, let us check. Titan is there. This is one good stock. Many people will be having interest, but this is an all-time high zone, weekly zone, all-time high weekly zone. Let me open Titan. Look into this. There is a price overextension here. Recently, we identified some trades in this area at lower time frame. Probably this is a high liquidity zone. Why huge rejections from this area? because EMA is supported weekly EMA. This is a weekly EMA. It has given a very good profit. Again, it has given a very good profit. We got two trading opportunities in this zone. See how EMA is supported in both these cases. Probably this could be a daily zone or maybe 75-minute zone. See, price overextension is completed here. Still there is no price overextension. That's why. See here how we filtered the stocks. The stocks not having any price overextension. But trend should be uptrend. Assume you have run the software on this day, on this week. So you got the opportunity here. Next week also again you got the opportunity. You would have been. Now what you have to do, all these stocks, you have to draw like this. Currently whichever the stock very near to this zone prices are there, that you have to filter. But how do we know prices are near to that? Simple, let me show you because the list is very big. First let me show you for your reference purpose once again. Let me scroll down. For any stocks you can pause the video and you can now study them. Okay, but how to use this list? We don't want prices already gone from this. Simple, we have an option in our software. Go back. We have an option called near any demand zone. The two stocks are filtered. See, within the price, no price over extension. That means price over extension is recently completed, but the price should be near the demand zone. So you can go to the Crompton, and what you can do, open Crompton in this chart. So here weekly zone, the prices are completed. Probably here is a demand zone somewhere here. Prices will be somewhere here. And this is not clear. Let us open SRF. See, SRF is perfect. What is SRF parameters? 15-1, 3 base candles. When is 15-1? This is the candle. These three are the base candles. Let me remove the existing drawings. Now draw the zone. This is the weekly zone. So this week already it gave an opportunity. Prices came back and took an entry and again moved. This is near the zone. And you can also do, instead of near any demand zone, you can say inside any demand zone, any stocks. Price closed. Price closed inside is a more opportunity for you. Immediate opportunity. Rather than near demand zone, inside the demand zone, if you find any stocks, you will get, let us filter the stocks. One stock is there, Zublian Food, which is exactly meeting our condition. How exactly meeting our condition? Look into the chart, you will understand. Let me remove the earlier analysis drawings. Now let us draw this zone. This is 14.8 is the leg-in, one base candle, 28.8. So 14.8 is the 14.8 2023 is the leg-in. Let us see 14.8. So this is 14.8. We have a base candle, we have a rally candle. So let us draw the zone here. This is a drop-based drop. This is a pierced zone. Because our software always displays the nearest zone. We don't want pierced zone. But below there is one more zone, LOTL, drop, two base candles and a rally. So let us draw this. See here, this week prices entered and moved further up. But anyway, this is a pierced zone. See here, pierced zone. That's why it's not really useful to us. But otherwise, if it is not a pierced zone, you will get an entry inside this zone. We are unlucky today, we got a pierced zone. But otherwise, we would have got an entry in the zone. This is the way we can filter and we can get benefit from this, from this concept. See the search criteria, you will understand. Our entry zone should be either demand or supply zone. It doesn't matter because we didn't add any other filters. You can say demand zone, entry zone. And the signal type inside any demand zone. And the zone violation trend weekly is uptrend. And POE means price overextension and weekly time frame. We don't want any price overextension. That means no price overextension means price overextension is completed or about to complete. Either conditions it will filter. Either price overextension is completed or about to complete. How do you know it is completed? Because we are selecting inside the zone. If any stocks are closed, there exactly price overextension is completed. That is what you have seen earlier for this pierced zone. That is the LOTL concept. The price is inside. Assume it is not pierced. It is inside. If there are any daily demand zones or 75 minutes demand zones, you would have planned a trade here. Maybe Monday or Tuesday prices may get an entry and then again it will start moving up. That is what already might have happened earlier when prices entered into this zone. If you go to daily time frame, you will get clarity. See here. Maybe there could be a daily zone here. Or if you go to 75 minutes, you will get further clarity. But the point I am trying to say, these are the different filters, reports will helpful for you in case if you are looking for building a strategy based on the price overextension. So those who wants to trade based on the price overextension completes. That means there is a EMA Confluence should be there. Price overextension should be completed. If anybody would like to plan a trade, probably you can plan with these conditions. And I can also show you one more condition. At the time of price overextension completes, EMA Confluence will be there, right? So that's why, let me build a fresh strategy. You can go to the weekly time frame and price overextension should be completed. So weekly time frame, no POE, that means no price overextension. And how do we know prices are near to that zone? For that zone, let us look for EMA Confluence also. Both values we will set. So the one above the price overextension, we have a parameter EMA Confluence. In that you set even weekly EMA Confluence. Demand zone should have weekly EMA Confluence. Demand zone should have weekly EMA Confluence. And these conditions should be applied for the demand zone. Entry zone should be demand zone. And more importantly, the trend should be uptrend. Trend, zone violation trend, and weekly time frame, I am setting uptrend. Now let us check the stocks. See, these 15 stocks are filtered. That means all these 15 demand zones are having EMA Confluence, and all these 15 demand zones, LTF, okay, in this report it is showing LTF because you selected entry zone as weekly. So all these, see the trend is uptrend for all these stocks. Later on you will use this zone as a either ITF or HTF when you want to go for the trade. And all these stocks are having EMA confluence, weekly EMA confluence. See here, EMA confluence, weekly should be demand zone, weekly EMA confluence. And price hour extension, weekly no price hour extension. That means price hour extension is completed. When price hour extension completes, when they are entering into the weekly demand zone having EMA confluence. And moreover, the trend should be, weekly trend should be uptrend. Because we have to use the price hour extension completion, that is EMA confluence, everything during the uptrend only. Then only it makes sense. So any stock, good stock is there? Already we have seen INFI. Let us look into VEDL, Vedanta. We are in 75 minutes time frame. We are supposed to be in a weekly time frame. Let me remove the drawings. So now it is a fresh chart. Where is the demand zone? Here. 15/1/24, one base candle. 15th January 2024, which candle? This is the one, 15th January 2024. We have a drop candle. We have a base candle. See, this zone is having EMA confluence. Price hour extension is also almost done. Probably, maybe, inside this. How price hour extension is completed here? With the horizontal candles. That means prices moved in a narrow range and price hour extension is completed. At the time as if a new zone is formed, prices again get into this zone, probably it will give you some opportunity here. If further prices come down, inside you may get a trade. If you go to the lower time frame, that is a daily time frame. How do you plan your daily? We have a rally, base rally. It is not a great leg out, but okay, we can consider time being because it is having good body, candle body. See, already prices earlier it came and further moved up. But it came very close to the distal line, maybe at lower time frame, there could be a zone at that level. The real order flow might be there. So let us go to the 75 minutes. Here we have some zones. This is at 75 minutes level. Further, if you go to one more time frame, that is 15 minutes, you may find even the more real order flow here. There is a zone here. Actually, this is the one actually having the entire order flow here. From here, it took the order flow. From here, again, it took the order flow. Probably that could be a high liquidity zone. That is actually controlling the prices there. Let me delete all these things. I will keep the one that is actually holding the order flows for all this time. See here. This is the real zone having the order flow. This could be a high liquidity zone. See how the rejections, the moment prices, institutions kept their real order here. How we identified this? By doing top-down analysis. From weekly we started, we went to daily. From there we went to 75 minutes. From there we went to 15 minutes. This 15-minute zone is holding the actual orders. But still, if you look into the 5 minutes, there also the structure could be good structure in that. Definitely you will find a good structure there. See here, we have a rally candle. This is the leg candle. We have a base candle. And here the order is there. Because the order flow is very strong, prices are not even reaching into the 5 minutes area. We need not worry about that because there is no rule that we have to take entry in the 5 minutes. But why we are looking for 5 minutes? The structure should be good. If the structure is good, that indicates in this area, it need not be in the 5 minutes. Within the 15 minutes area also, there could be a strong order flow. If this 5-minute structure is not good, that indicates probably this zone is a weak zone. It will be easily violated. You fine tune up to 5 minutes to confirm the quality of the zone is good. But you may plan your entry at this 5 minutes or at this 15 minutes. If not 15 minutes, at the 75 minutes also you can plan your trade. That is up to you. But see how the order flow here strong. This is the way how we have to fine tune, and finally you have to find the real order flow. What I did, I deleted all the daily zone, I have deleted the 75-minute zone. Finally, I kept the zone that is having the real order flow. Every time price is coming, they are giving a big move. Again came here, they gave a very big move. Again came here, they gave a very big move. Next time when prices enter into this, you should not miss this area. Why I am saying? Because now in this stock at weekly time frame, the price over extension is completed. Let us go to the weekly time frame. See here. And the strong order flow is near to this weekly EMA. Not exactly, but it is near to that. But we already identified there is a very strong order flow is there in this area. So next time again prices come, you can plan a trade. See, in reality, everything won't fit exactly. Like in this area, there is a zone will come and sit there. It won't happen. Somewhere below this, somewhere above this, sometimes exactly here, you will be seeing. Probably if you analyze with the help of our software, most probably this our software will identify this 15 minutes demand zone as a high liquidity zone. It might happen. Only high liquidity zones only you will see such kind of huge rejections from the zones. See the rejection from the zone. See the rejection here. Moreover, it is inside the weekly area. And at this point of time, price over extension is completed here. Earlier prices are here. From there, it came down. And moreover, the trend is uptrend. So it is a very good weekly zone for Vedanta. Exactly the same way, you have to analyze by taking this data and look for the stocks where you get opportunities with the help of this zone confluence and price over extension would have been completed. Would have been. Why I am saying would have been completed? Because we selected the option no POE, no price over extension. Having EMA confluence and not having price over extension, it is an indication that recently price over extension is completed. To support that, the trend should be uptrend. Exactly the same way, you can look into the reverse also, the downtrend. Are there any price over extension completed for downside, that is supply side? That also you can do. How we can check that? Here in the weekly time frame, you will check supply zone. Instead of entry zone, you will use supply zone. And what are the remaining parameters? Here in the EMA, instead of demand zone weekly EMA confluence, I will select supply zone weekly EMA confluence and no price over extension. That means supply zone side. That means the trend should be another important point, the trend should be downtrend. So in the trend on weekly time frame, I am selecting the trend as downtrend. All these factors are price over extension completed. That is, a bearish price over extension is completed. For demand zones uptrend, it is bullish price over extension. By setting no POE, that price over extension would have been completed. I'm saying would have been completed. Or sometimes no price over extension nearing to the completion also, no price over extension completes. At the time you have to wait some more time until the remaining price over extension completes. Now select, there is only one stock currently supporting. Which one? Bearish price over extension completes. So let us check even this stock. Select see how I am using this data. The same way you should be in a position to set the data. What I am doing on your behalf, I am setting all the filters and I am showing you the report. Once you get the report, if you don't know how to use the report, then there is no meaning in providing these reports. That's why I am showing you the examples. Go to the Bandhan Bank, select. So we need to, this is a weekly zone, Bandhan Bank. Currently the trend is shown as a downtrend. Okay, where is our zone, weekly zone? 23rd 1 2024, one base candle after that. So we need to look for lagging candle 23rd January 2024. This is the one, 23rd January 2021. Look into this stock. This stock is price over extension is about to complete. It is not good enough. Probably here price over extension is there in this candle. Now see prices are turning back. In this stock, price over extension is about to complete. It's not completed. Currently, for the software point of view, it is not good enough to consider there is a price over extension. Earlier, there is a price over extension. Now, there is not good enough to consider. That's why software filtered. That's why I clearly told you, software will filter in two scenarios. One scenario, the price over extension is completed. Another scenario, the price over extension is about to complete. Now this is about to complete. So you need to wait next probably a few days or maybe next 1 week or 2 weeks. You need to wait and watch about this stock until prices enter into this area. But this is a supply zone, right? Weekly supply zone. Let me change the color. So maybe next week itself, who knows? It will go up and price over extension completes. And here probably you will get a trade. How do you get a trade? Go to the lower time frame. Use this as a ITF because this is the downtrend. Plan this as a, either you can plan this as a weekly income trade or you can plan this as a monthly income trade also. In monthly income trade, weekly zone should be, weekly should be used for identifying the trend. Weekly trend is down and definitely prices up reach up to this area. So look for a daily zone inside that. If there is a good daily zone inside this weekly area, yes, you have a good daily zone here. Earlier there was a good daily zone. We have two zones. Let me show you. This one is already tested. We have one more zone here, daily zone. This is the one. This is a fresh zone. Let me change the color to daily colors. You got it, right? But if you want to plan on the 75 minutes, sorry, this is not daily, this is 75 minute zones. Sorry for my mistake. How I moved to 75, how to go to daily. See here we have a daily zone here. Let me draw, this is a 75 minute zone. Here there is no daily zone, but previously 75 minutes it worked by bypassing the daily. Anyway, this is already tested. Probably this time prices will get up to this area. And look this from the daily point of view. The daily EMA extension, our extension is completed. Daily our extension is completed. There is a possibility because daily our extension is completed. Instead of prices entering into this, again it will turn back. That possibility is also there. If daily trend is also down, is daily trend is down? That you have to check. If daily trend is also down, then you can consider this price over extension is complete. But in daily, is there any zone here? There is no zone. But what is the clue? If there is no zone, just mark the EMA here. Draw a blue color, it is indicating EMA. And in that blue color area at 75 minutes, any zone is available, you check. 75 minutes also there is no zone here. But a little above zone is there. But see the risk from here to here, too much risk. So we can't plan. I think everything happened in one candle. If that is the case, most probably prices will be reaching up to the weekly area. And the weekly area is the best area. If it is turned before itself, we may not be getting an opportunity, immediate opportunity. Prices enters here, definitely you can plan a trade here. It is going to be a good trade because the weekly price over extension is completing. I don't know, you people are really able to catch what I am trying to explain. If you would have completed lesson 17, 17.3 and 17.4, both the lessons, if you would have completed and if you would have practiced whatever I explained in those lessons, definitely it is easy for you to understand. So before closing, let me summarize. In case still if you have any doubts during the summary discussion, you will get clarity. See, the points I am looking, let me go to the chart, I will explain. The points I am looking, earlier there is a overextension. Whether it could be bullish or bearish, in this chart it is a bearish overextension. And the second thing, the overextension should complete. But in this case, overextension is not completed, probably started it is to completion because our software is already recognized. Because the software is having an intelligent algorithm. Earlier there is a overextension, now overextension is about to close. It has maybe identified well in advance. Very soon this overextension will complete. If that is the case, prices will be entering into this zone. But here, see, sometimes prices without completion or extension, they may turn back because of the daily power extension may influence price movements. That possibility is also there. But if it completes, prices will be coming here. When prices are coming into this zone, that is the place we get the opportunity. Why? Because we are already having a weekly zone. Prices are entering inside the weekly zone. So at this area, we identified even a lower time frame zone. There you can plan a trade. For that, we are making use of our software and filtering. I use two conditions. I mean, actually, strictly speaking, three conditions. Condition one, the trend should be trending. That means either uptrend or downtrend, but not sideways. And because the trend is a downtrend, we are searching. Obviously, the EMA confluence you are looking for is a supply zone EMA confluence. So the second condition should be, if it is a downtrend, you should look for supply zone EMA confluence. Because it is weekly time frame, we looked for supply zone weekly EMA confluence. And third condition, we should identify the overextension is completed. So that's why we are saying no price overextension. This indicates overextension is completed. With all these conditions, see, overextension completion means actually 2 points you have to understand here, according to our software. Either overextension is completed fully or overextension is about to complete. Both the cases it will consider. It is about to complete or it is already completed or just completed. Actually, third scenario is also there. Just completed overextension or already completed. Not in overextension price, but already completed. If already completed, probably prices slowly started moving up or moving down, depending on our filters. But in that situation, we might have just missed the opportunity. No problem. Look for another stocks from these reports. If only one stock is there here. But previously in bullish trade setup, I mean a bullish overextension completion, we have seen around some 7 or 8 stocks filtered. But this is a good stock for us because overextension is not completed. It is about to complete. Probably we will keep this stock in our watch list. We will monitor this every day until it reaches to this weekly supply zone. Once it reaches there, we will plan our short trades near this weekly EMA inside this zone. This is how you have to understand. This is how you should analyze from the reports I shown you in this video. Again, go back to the video. Whatever the conditions we have seen, always look for this. Always first pause the video and then study this search strategy we are using. Actually, these are all strategies. I build a strategy dynamically in our software. And according to this strategy, I filtered. See, the main advantage of our software is it provides a facility for you to define your own strategy and then you can filter the stocks. See how cleverly I build a new strategy here. I build a strategy, I don't want price overextension. Either it should be completed or it is about to complete or it is just completed. That is what no POE. Then also the zone should have a EMA confluence. Why I am looking for the zone EMA confluence? Because no price overextension, zone confluence means most probably the prices will be within that zone, supply zone. That possibility will be there. And also we are looking for the trend. Because only in the trending only we have to use this strategy. In the ranging market, you should not use this EMA confluence and price overextension strategy. You should not use. And price overextension is a very powerful concept. Many times in the trending market, they work very well. That's why we build a strategy and looking for stocks. See, recently what happened? Yesterday, we got a very good profit. Yesterday I explained in Nifty. In Nifty daily time frame, see what happened. At this place, price overextension is completed. See, the prices came yesterday into this zone, but there is no daily zone. That's why what I did, I went to the 75 minutes time frame. See here, this 75 minute zone we identified here. This is the one we drawn. And here daily EMA is there. We have a rally, base, rally. Again further fine tune to 15 minutes and 5 minutes level. That is okay. There we got the entry. But if you look into the daily, see this 75 minute zone is having daily EMA confluence. Exactly there, overextension is completed. And immediately prices moved up. Same yesterday itself, we got a profit of around 12,000 or something. I think 10,500 rupees or 12,500 rupees. I didn't remember. Yesterday we calculated during our analysis discussion. The calculation part also we did in that video. We just refer yesterday's video, high liquidity zone analysis. See, the concepts we recently learned, they are working very well. They are powerful concepts. And moreover, to support that concept, our strategy builder is also supporting. We are able to set some conditions and we are filtering the stocks. Okay, so look into the reason why I am showing this list is in the weekly because recently you people completed lesson 17.4. How powerful that concept, lesson 17.4. Of course, lesson 17.3 and lesson 17.4 together. That is EMA Confluence. Lesson 17.1 and 2, I gave background reasons behind what is EMA, why we are using the value 20. For that, I explained in lesson 17.1 and 2. And 17.3 and 4, we learned the actual concept, our supply demand zone EMA Confluence concept and price overextension concept. Both together, we defined a strategy. That is what I explained in lesson 17.4 in our training lessons. And today we have seen with the help of our software, whatever we learned in the lesson 17.4, everything we filtered with different conditions. And we looked into the charts. And the charts are working very well. Best example yesterday, practically it worked. Yesterday. We have a 75-minute zone at this EMA. Exactly see how it moved the price and gave excellent profit. Just one futures lot, you got around 10,500 or 12,500 rupees profit you got. That is amazing profit, especially for Nifty point of view. Okay, this is about stocks filtered based on our EMA strategy. Now, before closing, let me generate all the stocks for weekly for your reference purpose. You might be having some favorite stocks. They might not have been listed in our search filters, but you want to know what is the status of that particular stock. So that way, the reference list will be helpful to you. There you can pause the video and you can study your favorite stock parameters. So let me, without any filters, let me generate all the stocks, all the 200 stocks. So setting weekly time frame, no filters, let me filter. So I'll keep on scrolling this list down. I'll be giving you only few seconds time. Wherever you want to refer, there you please pause the video. Excuse me. So I'm scrolling down. And before that, first 17 in this list are indices. And remaining all are equity stocks listed in F&O segment. So this is the complete list of all the weekly stocks having demand zones and supply zones. Hope this information is useful to you. Let's all meet again in our next video. Thank you.